why don't you go ahead and take a seat for pranayam and centering. Grab a block. And then go ahead and take, if you're sitting cross-legged, your non-habit shin in front. So you're switching that out, or you're thinking about switching that out semi-regularly, maybe even every other day, right? Keep the hips balanced, and the spine balanced. Yeah, nice. And then you can take your palms face down on your thighs for a little bit more grounding. While you do that, feel like you're spreading the collarbones a little bit wider apart, so you're opening the front of the chest, the seat of the heart. And then inviting your shoulders to drop down from your ears, especially if you've been holding them high throughout the day. You might close your eyes or just gaze down, steady point to the earth. Feeling yourself a little bit closer to the ground now, closer to the earth, closer to soil. This is really that time of year that it is very beneficial to stay connected to earth, right? To get outside, to be in nature, to literally get your hands and feet even in soil. And then bringing a little more ease to your lower jaw, separating your bottom teeth from your upper teeth, inviting your tongue to settle into the base of your mouth. Any tightness at the back of the throat might soften. As you land. Sense of landing right here in this moment, right now. And starting to notice the energy of the space that you're in. Does it feel calm? Does it feel kind of erratic? Right? Just really kind of opening up to your proprioception, sensing what you might not be able to see, but what you can feel. Noticing any sounds that are around you. Sounds that are closer and right nearby. And those sounds that feel further away. Taking that outward focus and anchoring a little bit more to your own body. And like just this container of all the parts of yourself, the physical body, and scanning for what sensations you feel. And where do you feel them? And try to resist labeling good or bad, but just observing what you do feel. Taking that inward focus that you're cultivating, right? that seed of self-study, swadhyaya, and shifting it to your breath. Might just notice a couple rounds of the way that you're breathing right now in the moment. And begin to engage with your breath and make it a little bit more active, more purposeful. And if you only feel your breath moving into the front line of your body, which is really common to kind of feel it right down the front body, can you start to sense it a little bit deeper into the back body? And into the sidelines. And we know that breath is multidimensional, right? That it moves in all directions everywhere. So can you start to embody that knowledge? Can you start to really feel that within you? Your breath moving in all directions everywhere. And you're working now to take 100% of your focus onto your breath. Finding the willpower not to get distracted or get lost in thought, but to stay as an active participant, right? Aware of every little sensation of each inhalation and every exhalation. We begin to train ourselves to slow down. We start to calm our nervous system, let it settle from all the stimulation of the day, of the week, of the month, of this life that we're in. And as you stay with the breath, you allow yourself this moment to get out of the past, disconnect, step back from the future, and be present. Be completely present right here, right now, exactly as you are. Let there be no agenda for your practice this evening. Let yourself just open up to it. Whatever it is, whatever you find here tonight, let it be a little bit of a mystery. That spark of curiosity. You might keep your eyes closed as you invite your hands to just drop off to the sides. Maybe fingers graze the ground. And then as you inhale, turn your palms face up towards the sky as you lift your fingers all the way up overhead. As you exhale, press your hands into one another, let them fall right down the midline. Right? That line of perfect equal symmetry down the center. And as you inhale, the hands sweep out to the sides, palms face up to the sky as your fingers lift all the way up overhead. As you exhale, hands press into one another, come right down the midline. I'm just going to start with these really simple sun breaths. Inhale, circle your arms out and up. As you exhale, let the hands come down. You might even scan over the body, working to release any unserving tension. As you inhale, clearing the space around yourself, like feeling a little bit of an energetic clarity here. And as you exhale, that sense of grounding, of softening, of settle. And you might try to even deepen the breath a little bit more now as the arms rise up, a little more room for the lungs to expand. And as you exhale again, that softening, settling, you might even take a breath out through the mouth once in a while. And then you're just gonna kind of get lost in the rhythm of your own breath, feeling that connection, moving at your own pace. And when it's possible, remind yourself to stay completely focused right here, in this breath, in this moment, right now. And you'll take 3 more. Inhale, the arms rise up. And as you exhale, that sense of grounding, of anchoring, right? Feeling yourself connecting to the earth, connecting to the pace of nature, slowing down. Now, the third and final time that your arms rise up towards the sky, you're going to keep your arms up. Exhale, lower your right hand outside of your right hip to the earth and take a nice side body stretch over towards the right. Inhale, lift up a little bit, so you're just pulsing away from the ground softly. And then as you exhale, you're going to dive in deeper into the stretch. You might do that a few times as you inhale, just lift up, rising away from the earth. And as you exhale, feel that deepening. Again, breathing in, breathing out. Each exhalation, try to feel just a little bit more stretch, a little bit more depth here. Nice, last one, exhale, dropping in. And then inhale, rise up to center, right hand meets left up to the sky. Exhale, the left hand comes down as you take that side body arch to the left. You breathe in, rise up a little bit. Exhale, lower again. And then you've got a few pulsations here. There's a Sanskrit word called spanda, which is literally the word means like to pulse, to vibrate. And it's thought that like the earth has a vibration. Nature has a vibration. Our breath has a vibration. And we're just starting to move with that spanda. And every exhalation takes you a little bit deeper into the sensation of stretch. Nice. Inhale, arms rise up to the sky, left hand meets the right. Exhale, palms face down as you lower your hands to your sides. If you're on a block, take that out from under your seat or any prop from under the sit bones. Inhale, take your legs long out ahead of you, flexing your toes. Exhale, reach your arms up, hug the belly in. Take a full breath in, like you're really trying to stretch and sit a little bit taller. Exhale, fold, hinge at your waist, forward bow. Inhale, come all the way back up to sit. Think of the crown of your head being lifted up towards the sky. Exhale, hinge into that soft forward bow. And again, inhale, rise up. Full breath in. Exhale, little hinge forward. And you get to decide how far you're going into that forward fold, but try to keep the toes flexed. Nice. This time, exhale, lower your hands all the way down. You might just rest your hands on your legs, the ground, your ankles, your big toes. You could take a bind around. If you can really easily reach your feet, bind the big toes and think about lifting your heels up off the ground. So you've got like a couple inches under your heels, which is going to deepen the stretch of the hamstrings again. Now, keeping your hands where they are, the bind that you have, whatever that looks like. Inhale, lift an inch or two up out of the fold. Exhale, dive a little bit deeper. Again, inhale, lift just a little bit. Exhale, dive a little bit deeper. And then keep moving with your breath, starting to find your ujjayi breath, right? Constricting at the back of the throat, a sound you can actually hear. As you can let go of the day that you've had, let go of the week, let go of the past. Nice. The next time that you exhale, drop into that forward bow, tuck your chin towards your chest. See if you can let the weight of your head hang. It's okay to round a little bit in the shoulders, the upper part of the spine. You just let that weight of your head drop so that maybe you're even feeling a little bit more stretch through the center line of the spine. Nice. Inhale, walk your hands up your legs. Come all the way back up to sit. Take a hold behind your knees, pulling your knees in towards one another. And you're going to find this little balance on your sit bones. So the feet are up off the ground, chest is up, the spine is long. Nice. Inhale, sweep your arms out to the sides and all the way up to the sky. Exhale, lower into Ardha Navasana, long canoe shape. Yeah, inhale, lift back up, hands to the sky, knees to the chest. We're going to do that a couple times. Exhale, lower, Ardha Navasana. Inhale, arms rise up, knees pull in. Yeah, again, exhale. Inhale. Nice, exhale. Inhale. We've got one more. Exhale. Nice, inhale, rise up. Exhale, cross your ankles, come forward over your shins to find your tabletop, hands and knees. Spread your fingers a little wider apart. Inhale, belly to the ground. Exhale, spine to the sky. A couple rounds of cat-cow. Feel the tops of your feet press onto the floor. So you've got a little more engagement going in your legs. The next time you're in cat pose, tuck your toes under, keep your toes tucked. Inhale, belly to the ground. Exhale, spine to the sky. Again, inhale, belly down. Exhale, spine high. Nice ujjayi. One more set. Find a neutral spine. Push your hands down, lift your knees just 1 inch off the ground. So a little hover here. Gaze slightly forward of your fingers. Feel the inner line of your legs pulling towards one another without them really moving, just turning on that Samanavaya, that hugging into the center line. Feel the effort in the lower abdominal wall. Allow yourself to stay with it. Just witness, right? Without labeling good or bad, or I like it or I don't like it. Just watch and feel. Keep that hover of your knees. Exhale, take your hips back towards your heels and then up to the sky, downward facing dog. Again, see if you can drop your head, relax your neck, your mouth, your low jaw. Nice. Now, as you breathe in, take your right leg up to the sky. Stretch it back, stretch it back, stretch it back. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose. Step your foot forward between your hands. Take a breath in, land in your lunge, feeling that lengthen and lower. Exhale, straighten your right leg, press your hips back. Left hip's pulling a little forward and down here. Inhale, shift forward, knee comes over the ankle. Exhale, drop your back left knee onto the floor. Inhale, arms sweep out and up to the sky. Nice. Exhale, hand sweep wide to the side as you straighten your right leg and lower, Ardha Hanumanasana. We're going to take that a few times. Inhale, knee over the ankle, arms sweep wide and up. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Exhale, hand sweep wide to the earth. Ardha Hanumanasana, little stretch in the hamstring. Nice. Keep going. Find that rhythm with your breath. Inhale, arms all the way up. Little more breath in. Exhale, hands down, flexing your toes. Right hip dragging back, forward bow. Inhale, hands up, sweep up. Breathe in. Exhale, hands down. Ardha Hanuman. Nice. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in, shift forward, take your hands to frame your front foot, tuck the back toes, lift your left knee. Exhale, step right foot back to the left, plank pose. Now, gaze slightly forward of your fingers, your neck is relaxed, you're not tensing in your mouth or teeth, right? Think about when we're in that little tabletop, the knees hovering off the ground, and you could feel the inner line of the legs pull in. They're not really going anywhere, it's just an energetic move, and the belly starts to work. Nice, exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Spread your shoulders nice and wide apart. Breathe in, combine your tippy toes, little bend in your knees, gaze forward. Exhale, hop your feet forward to your hands. Yeah, just notice how much sound you made as a marker. Inhale, lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Take your arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, lower your hands down the midline, pull your right knee up and towards your chest. Steady drishti, test your balance. Nice. Place your foot to the inside of your leg below or above your knee. Tree pose. Hands can be to heart, arms to sky. Right? Maybe an eagle wrap of the arms if the shoulders are feeling tight, or a reverse prayer behind the back, right? Whatever just kind of calls out, feels like a good idea. Yeah. Nice. Now you're thinking about really here, pressing your foot into your leg, wherever it is, and pressing your leg back into your foot. So you've got a little bit more muscular tone happening in the standing leg. You're creating this nice, like isometric muscular strengthening movement, right? By pressing and pulling, pressing and pulling, pressing and pulling. See if you can take, kind of hard to see, right? But the left sit bone and dial it down towards the ground. Right? Your foot's pressing into your leg's pressing into your foot, and that buttock bone, like kind of scooping the tailbone down, the belly is strong. Nice, inhale, pull your right knee up into your chest. Exhale, step your right foot to the back of the mat, high lunge. Nice. Now again, find your drishti, so steady your focus, you're right here, you're in the moment, you're completely present, you're determined in your focus. With your exhale, sweep your hands back, take a little lean forward, hug the navel to spine. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky, rise up, high lunge. Exhale, sweep your hands back, lean forward, heart tips forward, tone the belly. You've got a couple more here. Breathe in, reach up, little more breath. Breathe out, forward bow, right? Strong core. Again, inhale, find that ujjayi breath, a little more breath in. Exhale, sweep out, a little more breath out. You've got one more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Nice, inhale, arms rise up to the sky. Lower your back left knee onto the floor, onto the back toes. Exhale, take your hands to your heart. And then revolve your twist over to the right. So you can stay high if the low back is feeling kind of sensitive, or you can take it into that full revolved. Bring a little more awareness to the top of your left foot on the ground and see if you can press it down into the floor. Nice. Inhale, arms rise up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the earth, straighten your right leg, half split. Anchor your left hand under your shoulder. Inhale, take your right arm out and up towards the sky. Little twist open to the side. Exhale, hand to the earth. Inhale, shift forward, knee comes over the ankle. Plant your palms to frame your foot. Exhale, slide your right foot back, hip height. Yeah. Inhale, take your left arm forward. Steady gaze, right? Gaze slightly forward of your fingertips. No tension in your neck. Watch what's happening in your mouth. Ease up a little bit in your eyebrows.
And then think of the fascial tissue on the back line of your body and press back and over to the right a little bit more through your right toes and forward and a little bit more to the left with your left fingers. So you're thinking about like that diagonal line of fascial tissue, getting a little bit more of a stretch here. Yeah, nice, stay with it. Full breath in, nice ujjayi breath. Full breath out. You've got one more inhale, really reach for the stretch, press back, press forward. Exhale, lower your hand and drop your knee. Inhale, belly to the earth. Exhale, spine to the sky. Nice, inhale, come back to a neutral back, tuck your toes. Exhale, hips lift, downward facing dog. Spread the shoulder blades nice and wide apart. Inhale, your left leg rises up to the sky. Press back, press back, press back. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose and step your foot forward. Full breath in to feel your lunge, expand and lower. Exhale, straighten your left leg. Right hip is pulling a little bit forward and down. Inhale, shift forward, knee comes over the ankle. Exhale, drop the right knee, back toes untuck. Inhale, arms sweep wide out and up. Okay, rising into your low lunge. Exhale, hand sweep wide out to the side and down, straighten the left leg, half split. Inhale, shift forward, arms reach wide out and up overhead. Exhale, hand sweep wide and back down to the ground. So again, find your rhythm, let it smooth out as you test the balance a little bit, flowing from one posture to the next. Nice deep breath, ujjayi base. Nice, last one, inhale, rise up. Exhale, drop down. And then keeping the hands to the earth. Inhale, shift forward, knee over ankle, tuck your back toes, lift your right knee. Exhale, step into plank. Shoulders over the wrists. Now identify, right, where you feel the sensation of your body against the floor. And then in those spaces, push down against the earth. Push down. Imagine that the floor was like a little bit softer of a soil and you could leave your handprints, you could leave your toe prints. Nice, one more breath in, stay with it. Exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Breathe in, combine your tippy toes, little bend in your knees. Try to go a little softer, gaze forward. Exhale, hop your feet towards your hands. Right, just kind of check in, was that louder, quieter? Breathe in, half lift. Exhale, fold. Letting your head hang, dangle. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands drop down the midline, left knee pulls up into the chest, and your hands can grab hold of your shin and assist that. Find your focus, right? Steady your drishti. And then place your foot into tree pose. As long as it's not right on your knee joint, it can be anywhere, higher or lower. And it's the same exact benefits, whether it's below your knee or above your knee. If it's above your knee, some of you might start to think about, you're actually thinking about lifting your heel kind of up to the crease of the groin eventually. Yeah. Any expression of the hands. And actually try to do something that you didn't do on the other side. Okay? Unless you took an eagle wrap and then it might feel better to balance that out and do the other arm, right? But like something you haven't done yet or never do, or maybe doesn't even feel like a traditional yoga asana. Maybe this time there's some movement and fluidity, right? But like something that you just never do with your arms. And your mind has to kind of think like, how can I break my habit? What don't I ever do, right? We want us to be engaged. We want the mind to be a little bit engaged. Now think about your foot pressing into your leg and your leg pressing back into your foot. So again, you're creating that isometric action. It should feel like this standing leg is doing a lot of work. And then it's kind of subtle, right? But you're thinking about like, can I tuck the right buttock bone? Right? Can I find my neutral pelvis and a little more tone in the belly? Right? Your hands are still doing that thing they never do. Nice. Now, as you inhale, take your arms to the sky, your left knee up in towards your chest. Exhale, step your left foot to the back of the mat. Hand lunge. Right? Full breath in to feel yourself settle, little like adjustments and alignment. And then exhale, sweep the hands back, take that gentle bow. Inhale, arms up to the sky, bigger breath in, nice ujjayi. Exhale, tone the core, hands sweep back, lean forward. Right, inhale, as you rise up, your arms are really reaching up overhead. As you exhale, hands sweep back, you're reaching to the wall that's behind you, shoulder blades narrow, right? Full expression of the movement. You're giving it 100% of your effort, 100% of your focus, so that you can stay totally grounded now, here, this. Inhale, arms rise up to the sky. Nice, exhale, hands down to the floor. Inhale, right foot steps back to the left, plank pose. And then take a moment, right? Feel it. Don't run away from challenge, right? Taste that little bit of fire, that effort. If it's not enough fire or effort, you could throw in some push-ups. Right? If you're taking push-ups, you're moving with your breath. When we get the arms moving, right, we get the heart moving. You've got one more. And then exhale, come all the way down to the ground, all the way down. Untuck your toes, wiggle your feet back a little bit further. Go ahead and grab hold of opposite elbows at your low back. And if that's too tight in the shoulders, it might just be opposite wrists, but you're looking to just kind of grab hold somewhere along opposite arms. Now feel your arms on your back, press down towards the floor. And as you inhale, lift the whole body up away from the earth, but try to keep that press of the arms down on the back. Yeah. So I want you to feel like, yeah, I've got that strong grounding energy, my arms pushing down towards the earth and my body lifting up away from that downward press. You can spread your toes wide apart, right? You should be feeling like you're doing something, that there's some effort and some heat and some challenge while your neck is relaxed. Your face is at ease. The internal conversation is calm or even quiet. Right? You're choosing to disconnect from thought. It can exist. The mind's never going to be totally quiet. That's just not going to happen. It's not meant to happen, but we can choose to step away from the reaction. Take one more breath, lift all the way back up into it, press down against it, and then exhale, release. Bring your hands under your shoulders, leave your knees on the floor. Inhale, push up, modified plank. Exhale, take your hips back towards your heels, child's pose. Now, as you inhale, walk your hands wide off the left side of your mat. And as you exhale, sink your hips a little bit deeper to the right. And then you might even tiptoe your right fingers a little bit further forward so you're feeling that deeper stretch all through the right side body. Now you're imagining, you're picturing your inner anatomy And you're picturing your right lung breathing, filling with inhalation, a little bit bigger, larger, deeper than the left lung, which is slightly compressed here. You're sending that breath, you're picturing that breath, you're feeling the breath all through the right side body. Inhale, walk your hands back through the center. And as you exhale, palms walk off to the left as your hips sink to the right, as your hips sink a little bit more to the left here. And then once you feel like you've got that nice diagonal reach, tiptoe your left fingers just a little bit further, right? Even if it's just a millimeter, just a little more of a reach so that you're feeling that deeper capacity of stretch. Now, did you know that your left lung is just a little bit smaller than your right lung? And that's to make room for your heart. So as you breathe, as you feel your breath moving into the left lung, as you imagine it, picture it, like, right? That deep expansion. Your lungs expansion is giving your heart a little bit of a massage. So using your breath to not only, right, like feed the stretch, but to massage your vital organs. Nice, inhale, bring your hands back through the center, your hips align back to the center, rise up to all fours, tuck your toes, and as you exhale, lift your knees just 1 inch off the floor. Gaze forward of your fingers, ease in your neck, release in your jaw, right? Feel, even though there's not gonna be much movement, the inner line of your legs squeezing towards one another as the lower abdominals do a bit more work to hold you here. Now keep that hover of your knees. Exhale, take your hips back and then up. Downward facing dog. Right, so we're coming into this posture while decompressing the lower spine. Nice, inhale, right leg up to the sky. Exhale, roll your hips open to the side, bend your knee. Keep that right hand heavy, anchored on the floor. Inhale, straighten your right leg, square your hips to the earth. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose and step your foot forward between the hands. Now, as you inhale, arms sweep wide out to the sides and all the way up to the sky, high crescent lunge. As you exhale, hands sweep back, take a gentle lean forward, feel the weight in your right foot. Inhale, lift your left foot off the ground. Virabhadrasana 3, warrior 3. Next breath in, arms up to the sky, left knee up into your chest. Yeah. Nice. Exhale, cross your ankle over your thigh. Bring your hands down, one to your foot, the sole of your foot, one to your knee. Now press your hand into your foot and your foot into your hand. So you're creating that same isometric action, right? Toning the muscles while holding the balance. Pressing your hand into your foot, press your foot into your hand, press your hand into your foot, press your foot into your hand. Don't give up. And you should feel some stretch like through the left hip. You might feel it more in the buttocks, right? But you're also feeling a strengthening, a toning. Nice. Inhale, knee to chest, arms up to sky. Lift up. Exhale, land your foot to the ground. Utkatasana, hands sweep to your sides. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Keep the hips low. Exhale, sweep your hands down to your sides. Nice. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, hands down. And inhale, out and up. Exhale, out and down. You've got one more. Inhale. Exhale. This time, clasp your hands together at your low back. Inhale, straighten your legs and fold. Let your head dangle. Bring a little more weight forward into your toes. Try not to lock out your knees. Release your fingers to the ground. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Now you're gonna set up for Bakasana, crow pose. Right, hands down, shoulders width distance apart. You can start with your feet close together, your feet wide apart, however it feels better for you to get into it. But we're just gonna do like a little flow into crow. So as you exhale, knees to the upper arm, shift the weight forward, try to lift your toes. Inhale, feet to the ground and back off. Exhale, come forward into crow, Bakasana. Maybe you're just trying to lift a foot. Inhale, ground down, back off. We're gonna do that a few times. Exhale, round up, lift up. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, up, right? Hug the belly, use the strength. Inhale, back down. You got a couple more, stay with it, right? So again, you're finding that spanda, that pulse of the breath. Now notice if you always lift one foot first, so I always lift my left foot first, try to lift the other foot first, couple more. Yeah, nice. I hope you're feeling the belly work, right? Because it's a lot of abdominal work. Go ahead and take one more. Optional, hold it here. Option to press into a headstand. Some of us have that in the practice. Option to jump back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Option to step back and find your way to down dog. Nice. No rush. Go slow. Don't rush it. Really nice. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Downward facing dog. All right. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Exhale, roll your hips open, bend your knee. Inhale, straighten the left leg, hips square to the ground, tone the belly. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose, step your left foot forward. Full breath in your lunge, little different this time. Exhale, drop your right knee onto the ground and back toes untuck. Inhale, take your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart, revolve your twist to the left. So I just realized I forgot this side. So we're catching it here. Right, taking the same variation you took the first time around. Now I'm looking into the camera and I see everybody could be breathing a little bit more here. Yeah, nice, yeah, better. Nice, Donna. Okay, inhale, arms up to the sky through center, tuck the back toes, lift your back knee up. Exhale, arms sweep wide out to the sides and up to the sky. Right, take a breath in to refine your posture, steady your balance. Exhale, sweep your hands back behind you. Feel the weight in your left foot. Inhale, lift your right foot off the ground, Vira 3. Nice, next inhale, knee to chest, arms up, come to stand. Lift that foot up off the floor, lift it up, lift it up, lift it up. Exhale, cross your ankle over your thigh, sit into your figure 4. Yeah, and then hand to foot, left hand to foot, right hand to knee. And create that isometric movement, right? You're pressing your hand into your foot, you're pressing your foot into your hand. Press your hand to your foot, press your foot to your hand, press it, press it, press it, press it. Don't give up on that, right? So it takes a little willpower, it takes a little bit of like your own fire to commit to that action. Yeah, but you should feel like it's a different engagement within the stretch. Right? It's an active strengthening stretch. All is happening at the same time. Nice, yeah. Inhale, lift up to stand, knee to chest. Exhale, Utkatasana, hands to the sides, bend the knees. Right, keep that bend in the knees. Inhale, arms sweep wide out and up. Exhale, hand sweep wide down and back. Yeah, keep going. And you can almost imagine like you're a bird, right? Like a little flying bird. I mean, wouldn't it be nice to take flight? Now, if you've watched a bird fly, at no point are they really like going 50%, right? Because it's not going to work. If they're in flight, they're flying. They're giving it all they have. Right? So you want to stay steady. Yeah, inhale, exhale. Little different this time. The next time you inhale, rise up, straighten the legs, lift up high on your tippy toes. Right? So part of what we're working on in this balance, lifting up, is the whole inner line of the legs is squeezing in. The inner ankles are pulling in. And we lose our balance when we lose that pull into the midline, when we lose Samanavayu. Arms up, right? Sidelines open. Now, as you exhale, you're going to start to lower into your knees, but keep your heels up, keep your heels up. Lift your heels up higher, lift your heels up higher, lift them up, lift them up, lift them up, keep lifting up. Hips are coming all the way down, which is really good for your knees, actually, even though it doesn't always feel that way. Nice. Inhale, hands to heart. Clarify the column of the spine. Nice. Now we're going to bump up crow, and we're just going to test side crow, but we're going to do it the same way. So we'll get a little closer. If you guys want to, you're still balancing. Don't give up on the feet. Don't give up, right? But we're going to think about twisting, grounding the hands with an exhale, tipping forward. This might be enough. Maybe the feet also lift, right? And then inhale, we're coming back, hands to heart. Exhale, we're twisting off to the opposite side. Maybe it's just enough to lean forward. Maybe the feet fly. So we're going to do that a few times. Inhale, you find the midline. Exhale, you think about side crow. And it doesn't matter if it happens. There's just as much benefit in imagining it as actually feeling that lift and height. Yeah. Nice. Don't give up. Stay with it. You've only got a couple more. So let's just do one more to each side. And if you want to hold for a breath, you can. Nice. Come on back through center. You have choices. You have choices. You can take a moment in headstand. You have choices. You could move over to the wall and take your legs up the wall. You have choices. Or you could come down to your back and take a supported bridge. So choices for supported bridge. Let me see if I can get this on camera. Choices, right? One, if you have a block, you lift up, you put the block at the height that feels good. You don't have a block, you can still take supported bridge. You're just gonna use your hands, right? So you're working your hands in under your body. Hips will lift up a little bit more. And then when they get into position, right, you can let your hips settle into your hands. So you have lots of choices. Headstand, legs up the wall, supported bridge. Now, right, these are 3 different shapes, but what is the same in all of them is how deeply you're breathing. So even if you're in full headstand, right, you're breathing just as steady as our friends in supported rest or supported bridge, legs up the wall. Now, if you're in a headstand,
slowly come out of it and take child's pose. If you're in one of the other shapes, just stay as you are. Let your eyes close if they're not closed, or feel your gaze start to soften, start to settle. And then notice the energy within yourself. Right? Are you feeling wide awake? Are you really active? Right? Is your heart beating? Can you start to bring a sense of calm? Right? A little bit slower of an exhale, a sense of ease. Now, if you're in supported bridge, you're going to lift up enough to take that support out from underneath the low back and take the hips down towards the ground. When you land from supported bridge, you'll take the soles of the feet together and open the knees wide apart. If you're in child's pose, you'll start to lift up to sit hips to heels, take your hips off to either side and swing your legs around. Now from here, we're going to start to land in Shavasana. So choices are to take legs up the wall. Right? It's like the mother of all restorative postures. It helps us sleep better. It aids in our digestion. It improves our circulation. Right? It decreases any swelling in the legs and the ankles and the feet. No pressure though. You can just lay down on the ground as well. You're like, oh, I just need to lay on the earth, right? Put my body against the floor. That just has its own set of benefits. Now there's a settling in, right? And at first, that's accompanied by movement, some little micro shifts and adjustments. Right. And then there's a settling of the breath. You start to feel it slow down. Maybe even get a little more shallow as it proceeds to its more natural rhythm. And you might take a big breath in through your nose and a sound, a sigh, some deeper release out through the mouth, feeling the weight of the body settling in. If it feels right to check out, right, to space out, to even like let the consciousness detach from the body a little bit and just exist. I read today that it's not that you have a soul. It's that you are a soul and you have a body. You are a soul and you have a body.
This body resting. And your soul a little bit more free. We're going to close this practice this evening resting here in Shavasana so that you have the time and the space to stay until you feel naturally called to make your way out of the space. But there's no rush. You're at home. The end of a Thursday, just taking your time. And I'm gonna end the meeting tonight so that you can just stay until it feels right. Namaste.